Alright, I'm gonna be honest here, what Tesla stock is doing this week is very impressive for many technical reasons. It may look like it is doing nothing, just moving sideways like a crab. However, if you put in perspective, if you compare it to what the broad market is doing, there is no denying it. Tesla stock looks unstoppable. Of course, it can fall. Of course, it can collapse at any time. But in the absence of bearish technical signals, apparently the bull trend is invincible. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what to expect on Tesla stock next. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. Let's start our analysis looking at the daily chart. Tesla's daily chart. We see that this week we did a phenomenal movement over here. We did a monster gap after reporting very good numbers over our last weekend, and since then we broke the previous top level at 277. We broke this resistance level, and right now this key point is working as a support level, as a crystal clear support level during this entire week. At any moment, we could not actually lose this support level over here. It is holding Tesla's price very, very nicely, and in my humble opinion, a pullback would only materialize if Tesla actually loses the 277. If we actually see Tesla making a crystal clear bearish candlestick pattern over here, closing below the 277. Only then, I believe, a sharper correction, a pullback would materialize, and in this scenario, the 21 exponential moving average, this blue line over here, would work as a support level next. Would that be a bearish reversal? No. A bearish reversal is a lower high, lower low. So far, we see nothing but higher highs, higher lows. So any pullback, since it is a bull trend, again, I am always telling you guys this, but it feels like it is never enough. In a bull trend, every single pullback must be seen as a buying opportunity. Period. Because the trend is bullish, because when Tesla or any other stock approaches a crystal clear support level, the risk-reward ratio improves, and then it is your moment to buy, or to buy for the first time, to add more shares, etc. This is it. The trend is still bullish, even considering a pullback to the 21 EMA. Alright, now, I told you guys that Tesla looks very impressive because this week, again, not only because this week we found a crystal clear support level above the 277, our previous resistance level, but because while the broad market crashed, Tesla is not crashing at all. It is just moving sideways, and this is very good news. We see the S&P index over here, for instance. The S&P found a very strong resistance level around the 44, 49 area over here. The previous top level, it couldn't break this line over here, and then it did a very sharp correction. It filled the previous gap over here. Gap officially filled. It is very close, it was very close to the 21 EMA yesterday. Only right now, today, it is recovering, but it did a very sharp drop over here, right? The S&P dropped more than 1.5% since the previous top to our previous bottom level over here, while the Nasdaq index is making a similar pattern. It is making a similar movement. The 15.2K is a particularly important and relevant resistance level because it was a previous top level on last year, March 2022, and it feels like the Nasdaq index is struggling a lot to break this area. It did a correction over here after we hit this line. We did a sharp correction. We dropped it. We approached the 21 EMA. Only right now today we are recovering, but it did a pullback. Tesla is correcting, but it is not doing any pullback. Remember, there are two types of corrections. First, pullbacks when the price actually drops, and there are sideways corrections when the price just moves sideways. This is a plausible type of correction, but many people don't consider that kind of correction a realistic type of a correction, so they don't even work with that possibility. This happened, for instance, this happened on Nvidia, right? After reporting earnings, Nvidia did a monster gap over here. It went up nearly 30%, and then many people were saying, oh no, we gotta correct, right? Because the RSI is exploding, it is too high. We see a very insane monster gap over here. We are too far away from the 21 exponential moving average. We gotta correct, we gotta drop. Well, not necessarily. Nvidia just did a sideways correction. And if we see Tesla repeating what Nvidia did over here, would be totally normal and expected, especially because it is about to report earnings in 12 days. So this is why it is very important to keep your eyes open at the key support and resistance levels over here. Tesla is still in a bull trend. And before we analyze the weekly chart, remember, my dear friends, to follow me on Instagram, because I am on Instagram. I am sharing my daily life here in Brazil, and I'm also sharing exclusive content over there. Yes, if you don't know, I am Brazilian. See this flag over here on my right? It is a Brazilian flag. So if you want to keep in touch with me, just follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description of this video. Now, let's take a look at Tesla's weekly chart over here. On the weekly chart, this looks phenomenal because Tesla not only broke the 262 resistance level over here, which was a previous open gap from September 2022. We filled this gap 2 weeks ago, and then we did a top signal. Then we did a very good reaction last week, but this week we are totally rejecting the possibility that this could be a top signal, right? We are totally rejecting this bearish candlestick pattern. We traded above it this week and we broke the 262 line for good, and we are closing above the 262. So now, in theory, on the weekly chart, even if Tesla drops, even if Tesla corrects, the 262 is our next support level. Previously, before we did such insane breakout, the previous support level on the weekly chart was the $217, the previous top level, which was supposed to work as a future support level according to the principle of polarity in technical analysis. So that was our previous support level. Now that we broke the 262, the 262 is our next support level to work with if Tesla corrects, if Tesla triggers a pullback, which so far there is not a single top signal, there is not a single bearish structure. Tesla is still clearly above its main support levels. It is still clearly maintaining the bullish bias over here. Oh, and by the way, do you want to trade with me? Join our Telegram channel for exclusive, sophisticated signals on Tesla, Nvidia, SPY, and many other stocks. So far, we are doing insanely well on Tesla. We can beat Tesla's performance through our active management following my own strategy, because in this channel, as you can see, we are extremely focused on Tesla stock mainly, but we also like to trade other stocks like Nvidia, like SPY, etc. So follow us over there, join our Telegram channel. The link is in the description of this video. Now, what is important right now? The 277. Only by losing 277 I see Tesla correcting. Are we still above 277? Yes. So we are not gonna correct. Period. Very simple situation. Okay, so we are above the 277. Assuming that this bullish bias will persist, what is our next technical target? $380. $114 up here. It is our next resistance level. But honestly, in my humble opinion, long-term speaking, because of this bullish flag chart pattern on the weekly chart, the technical target is the size of the pole projected in the direction of the breakout, which is the all-time high. Coincidence or not? What a coincidence! It is a very perfect target over here. It is the all-time high. So I do see Tesla retesting the all-time high, long-term speaking. But right now, let's focus. This is our secondary target, right? This is our first target to work with from now on, $314. But again, long-term speaking, the all-time high is within our reach, and I do believe we are going to seek that key point in the long term in the future. Maybe next year or maybe even this year, I don't know. I can't say, I cannot tell the future. As a trader, I can only react properly to what I see right now. Are you still watching this video and you are not my subscriber? Come on, subscribe to this channel to keep in touch, because if you do not, you're gonna miss my future videos, you're gonna miss my future analysis. And if I see something very interesting over here, you will be the first one to know. So subscribe, click on the like button to support me. Have a great weekend, my dear friends. Stay safe. Bye bye.